In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful 1992 Mercedes. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. If you've been to my channel before, then as always, welcome back. Thank you so much for the comments that you leave for me, for your thumbs up, for you subscribing to my channel, and also remembering to hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is being released. Today, you're going to meet a gentleman. His name is Art. You met him before. He has the beautiful Rolls Royce that he allowed me to drive. Today, he allows me to drive his beautiful 1992 Mercedes. This car is gorgeous. It is pristine. It is the 92 Mercedes 500SL convertible hardtop. Today, you're going to see it in her hardtop glory. This is a California car. There is no rust, not a speck of dirt on this thing. It's kind of famous, I think, or the person who deals with it deals with famous cars. But anyhow, he saw this photo. He fell in love, or more his wife did, and he bought the car, put it on a trailer, had it shipped over. It's got this beautiful blue color and you've got to see it. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 1992 Mercedes SL 500. Okay, rev the engine for me, sir. Oh, that is such a beautiful sound. And the horn? Okay, cool enough. Can turn her off. Okay, Art, tell me what you have here.
Well, Kevin, this is a 1992 Mercedes-Benz 500SL convertible. Now, it doesn't look like a convertible because it's still back in the years of the hardtop, where you had to take the hardtop off, but the inside convertible top is hydraulics.
Amazing. How long have you had this little girl?
Oh, not as long as the old cars.
Right.
But so I've only had it for a couple of months, but it's got a good story too.
So what is the story? Why did you want this particular car?
Well, I have a brother-in-law who lives in California.
Right.
And he plays hockey in California with a good buddy. And the good buddy's job is his business. He gets movie cars.
No.
So he buys movie cars, trades movie cars, sells movie cars. And we got a tour of his lot. And it's really neat because it's like a residential house, but 2 acres of movie cars in the back that nobody knows about. And I teased him and I said, Connie, I'd love to buy something, but you haven't got a Mercedes here. And we laughed and whatnot. So, and off we went. Well, darned if he didn't phone my brother-in-law, Jeff, a week later and said,
so guess what? Yeah.
Guess what I've got? I found a really neat car I think your brother-in-law would love to see. And I'm not putting it on the market because it's only going to go to somebody special that I know and whatnot, because it's too good to go out there.
Okay.
So we hemmed and hawed, and he took a picture of it and sent it to put it on the net so we could see it. And Barb fell in love with it. So she loved the color, and I said, good enough, okay, done.
We
bought it that afternoon.
Good for you. So was this one actually in a movie, or did he just source it from?
No, this one was not in a movie, which is unusual because most of his are.
Okay.
And the movie Ford versus Ferrari.
Yes.
The original Ferrari movie car's there.
He's got that too.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say something to the effect of Jacqueline Smith back in the day drove this car. I'm just going to imagine she did. Wow. I love this color though.
Well, it's two-tone that you don't see very often, and everybody thinks it looks very spectacularly subtle, you know,
beautiful,
classy, and
yes,
so,
elegant, right?
But wait
My
till you see
Lord.
the engine. And this I haven't touched.
Really? This is the way it came?
This is exactly
Okay.
the way it was.
Hey, what's the mileage on this car then?
24, wait a minute, no. Hang on a second.
You gotta get the exact
This
number?
one is 76.
76,000 miles.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Let's look at the engine then. Now you
that's
get me all
not bad
excited.
for 92.
Okay. It's been well taken care of though. You'd
Oh.
think it'd have a few more stone chips, right? But there's hardly anything there.
Well, cars should be driven. So it does have a few chips. But
Look at
this was not
this.
touched up. This was the way the car came to Connie.
My Lord. Art, it's like it's brand new.
Yes.
Somebody really took care of this.
Well, when you spend your life in California, the under the chassis, the nuts and bolts are still shiny.
Yeah.
They're, rust is a four-letter word they never use down there.
That's true. No, we forget that. We're just so accustomed to seeing
Oh, yeah.
such a mess under the cars. Wow. Even the liner here, I'm so impressed.
Yeah, it's a 5-liter, 322 horsepower, and I think the torque curve at max is like 450. It's crazy high compared to.
This is a beast of a car, isn't
Oh.
it?
It passes anything but a gas station.
You know what else is really cool as well? Just the body elements, the way they did the chrome there as well. Just
That-
little extra bling.
They put on higher end versions of
Like a trim,
an
trim
option
option?
trim, yeah.
Okay.
But it's hard to find ones with it that aren't all beaten up because car doors and whatnot. And
Everything. Yeah, yeah. It's just like an invitation for somebody to
oh yeah,
to hit it or nudge it. So
And of course-
this is all stock though, hey? Like they all come with the dual fans and
this
everything all for
is
cooling.
totally stock, just the way it came out of the showroom.
You know what's special though? These wipers.
The wipers.
How could you not love those? Oh my God. Amazing. And again, fog lamps and everything. Just
Yep,
beautiful. Oh, here, Art, here's a question for you. Why the little break here? Is there something in behind? Does it do something,
Well,
you reckon? Like
no,
because
I'm not exactly sure, but usually there's a toe
oh yes,
hook
yes,
in
yes.
behind.
So
But
maybe
I'm
to
not
access
sure on
that.
this one there was. That could be a place where they had it, and this is
Yeah,
in
remove
different
it.
models. But-
Okay. Your license plate works really well with this, doesn't it?
well, I was sick before sick became the good thing. You know, sick
Absolutely.
was a
Yeah,
bad thing.
exactly. That's what the young'uns say. Whatever the heck that means, I don't understand. But anyway.
Yes, I had a couple of teenagers
Wow,
say
yeah.
that to me. Yeah. Sick.
Ah, sick, man. Yeah. Wow, she's beautiful.
That's a
So a 5-liter engine,
5-liter. Yeah,
and this is automatic.
it is. It is. It's a 4-speed automatic, and it's not quite an overdrive and fourth, but it's probably more 1-to-1.
There's just some elegance to this, though, isn't there?
It drives so nice. It's so
bet.
smooth. Not quite as smooth as the Rolls, but
Yeah.
smooth.
But that's okay. You know what? The one thing that you always notice is the fit and finish on Mercedes. They do a superb job. Like the paintwork and everything else is incredible on these things. It's solid.
Well, the paint itself on the Mercedes, I learned, is the hardest paint of all the manufacturers.
Yeah. It's true.
That's why, 30 years later, it still looks like this.
No kidding. Like I've had both the BMW and the Mercedes, and I have to admit the Mercedes paint was far superior.
It's pretty hard
Beautiful.
stuff.
Yeah. Can I see the trunk? Like how much space do
Absolutely.
we have in the back?
No, I didn't clean it.
That's okay.
No.
Oh,
There we
look
are.
at this. What do you mean you didn't
Pardon
clean
the
it? It
dusting
looks
brush.
pretty darn good to me.
a-
What's under this? Is it like a...
The tire.
Oh, is it a full size or a little donut?
I think so. But,
Oh, we're going to discover at the same time, aren't we?
oh, we are. We are.
Oh, it's got to be a small. No, look at that.
Yeah.
That looks like a full size.
It looks like it's never been worn.
It is too. What is that? 16-inch rims, is it? Yep.
16s, yeah.
Wow. But I love the way it's kind of tucked away in there too. Very cool. I like this carpeting, like this beige especially. Oh, and you got the California duster.
Of
You gotta
course.
have that. Yes. It should be illegal to drive
And the
around
IKEA
without
bag
this. Oh, you
for
gotta
my
have the
wife,
IKEA
yeah.
bag. Hey, you know you're supposed to leave the IKEA bags in the store, right? Huh?
No.
Is that
she bought this
complimentary?
one, Yeah.
Okay,
that one
fine.
was.
Because last thing you want somebody calls, oh, you're not supposed to leave that. Wow.
Well, I know a guy who knows a guy at the
Oh,
King.
yeah. It's all a matter of people you know. Can I see inside?
Absolutely.
What is that?
I
A
was-
remote?
I was going to bring that up for you.
Oh,
The remotes now are keyless entry, whatnot. This is, don't forget, this car is pretty old.
yes. Relatively
So
speaking.
It actually has infrared
No way.
before they became the
Yes.
the
The new
wireless
technology,
ones.
yeah.
So when you lock it
Look at that.
or unlock it, in this, so the red lights when it's locked and green light
I
unlocked.
kind of like this because
It's
now
cool.
you visually can tell. Because otherwise we're just looking, listening, that kind of thing, right? So, how cool is that? Beautiful.
Well, there's a lot of neat things. By
Look
all
at that.
means,
Look at actually even the way the door opens. You can tell it's quality, right? Whoa! Even the seat options here, Art.
Oh, sorry.
Beautiful. Look at this. This is way too nice. This is the original carpeting. Like it's
This
been
is everything's
so
original.
well looked after. Even the liner.
Well, let me get in the other side and show you something.
Yes, of
that-
course.
Original. Now I know everybody nowadays, of course they've got cell phones, but this is in the days of before cell phones,
No way.
and it's for you.
Get out of here. Look at that.
And
Does it actually work? Where do you dial?
It does work.
How do you dial a number?
Well, when James Bond had this car,
Get out of here. Art. Look at that. It's beautiful.
isn't that crazy?
Oh my God. I've seen these things in pictures. I've never seen one up close and personal. The Rolls Royce doesn't have a phone.
No, it does not. The chauffeur's
Boy, oh
supposed to know
boy.
where to go.
This is so cool. Look at that. Priceless. I am so impressed. I could play with this all day long.
Well, absolutely. Well,
How nice is that?
why don't you jump in it
Yes.
and
No, you're driving it first.
no, you go.
You're going to let me drive it? Of
course.
Oh my God. Okay.
Let me close the hood.
You always put me on the spot like this. You're making this a new trend, I feel.
You can edit it.
All right. I'm not going to argue with you there. Oh, the seats are so comfortable, Art.
Yes.
Man, oh man. Let me just look at this for a second. So
Well-
what are all the bells and whistles here? So that's your lights, obviously.
Now it doesn't have the automatic lights as we have in the
Modern
new
day
cars.
cars, yeah.
I like them.
But no date. Oh, I like that. Who would have thought, hey, she doesn't look 30. No, at all. Like literally. Everything about this car looks pretty darn
When you
new.
take it to an old classic car show,
Yes.
nobody knows.
Yeah.
That's why I have a sign.
Wow. And I like this little setup here too. So that's just your kind of hidden area. Where you close. And lighters. Cigarette lighter and an ashtray. Priceless.
In those days, yes.
Oh, yes.
Actually, it's a pop-up.
What is that? Is that like an... Oh, do that again, Art. So that's how you empty it?
Yeah, she pop it up in there.
Oh, for crying out loud. That is so cool.
Isn't that crazy?
They didn't have to do that, but they did.
That's right. That's all those
Wow.
crazy little things that. Now I'd love to show you the top, but unfortunately, we have to take the top off
Yes,
itself.
it's a bit of an effort, isn't it?
Well, if you push that forward,
Right.
it unlocks everything, and basically you just lift it off.
Okay.
It's much lighter than the old cars.
Right.
But
Very cool.
yeah,
And that's a lock there as well for the glove box, so you can.
well, for the telephone, I think.
Oh, for the.
So you can lock
Oh,
the
you look, you
telephone
get
up.
a little place for your coins.
Well, the one thing it doesn't have,
Cup holder.
you got it. But I discovered that you can just get a Timmy's coffee in there, just very
Right,
nicely, and
just tuck it in there.
and it
that
holds
holds
it.
it. Beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. Okay, you're gonna do the camera stuff.
Anywhere you want to go, let's
Okay,
go
let-
for coffee. Isn't that
Yes,
what
let's
you
go
do?
for a drive.
Two drivers going for coffee.
How do you turn this off? Okay, is that on? There we go. All right. Let's enjoy the window. There's a bit of traffic that way, so we'll kind of go this way. All right, Art. So, Art, why the Mercedes? Is this something you
What-
always
oh,
wanted?
No, well, I've been a Mercedes guy for too long. It started with a 1982 Mercedes, a red Mercedes-Benz 388.
Okay.
So 3.8 liter. That was a classic, nice little red one.
Right.
Then I got a black one, 86, because I liked the wheels that were on it. It had,
That's a pretty good excuse.
yeah.
You like the wheels? I was like, heck, what the hell? It comes with a nice car. I'll buy the car too.
Well, it was, well, that was probably 20 years ago. But they were spin-off wire wheels,
Really?
the real ones.
Yes,
When
yes,
I say
yes.
knockoff nowadays to the kids, they figure they're made in China. You know?
Yeah. I
But
know
no,
what you
no,
mean.
they're,
but
they're real
yes.
spin-off racing type wheels. And
And what year was that one?
86.
86,
I had
okay.
86 and 82. It was the twins.
Okay.
And so I still have the red one. It's tucked away, needing a little more love than I've had time to do. But
Yes. You're a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to cars, aren't you?
well, I
there,
try
Art?
to be, but I'd rather stay married. So I'm down.
Bob has a different view of these things.
I'm
does
down
she?
to 3.
Okay.
I promised her that when we got up to 3, that nice cars we'd quit. So that's what we've done. Now I'm just
Let me
drawing
just
up-
say something here. The feel of this car is something else. Like it feels solid. It feels right.
and it moves too.
And it goes. Oh gosh.
Don't be afraid to. Well, except for the brake.
Yes. As he's clutching the seat. No, but it feels like you've got control as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. And it's got good acceleration for highway and whatnot, and it's quiet and just very subtle.
It's lovely.
But with 322 horses under the hood.
I was going to ask you that next. So that's 322 horses in this
Yeah.
5 liter, and it's interesting how it says right up front there, premium unleaded fuel only, because nothing else is going to work, is it? Wow.
Well, I filled it up last night, and it was just a little under a quarter. $125.
Oh,
Like, oh, come on.
that takes a romance out of it sometimes, but hey, the
But
things
it's
we do
worth-
for the things we love.
It's worth driving it for special people and special rides. That's why we're here. You got to pay if you want to play. Isn't that the way
That
it
is so
works?
true. It is so true.
It's one of the seasons. Now,
Hey, so when you bought this in California, how did you actually get the car over here?
oh, we shipped it
So like on a trailer?
on a car carrier.
Okay.
An open carrier because it was cheaper, much cheaper, like half the price. But landed. Actually, they drove it to my driveway.
So you
It
hired a company that took care of the whole thing for you?
That was much easier than trying to get down to California, even
Right.
though my brother-in-law was there. So we basically parked it in his driveway, and they picked it up from his driveway.
Just so I'm clear about this, so when you were down there and you had gone to see the friend that has all the movie cars,
Yes.
this one wasn't there at the time, right?
Oh, it was not.
So then it's basically based on a photograph you made a decision? That
No, Connie, we saw it on the web, and
Okay.
Connie hadn't even looked much. He threw it up on his hoist, and in California, it's outside.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
naturally.
yeah.
And he walked underneath it with his iPhone,
Yes.
and we all agreed
That looks.
that was it.
That was good. Wow.
So I think Connie probably owned it for, 4 hours?
So you didn't see it in person, like you
heavens.
you went on just what you saw in the video. Oh wow.
Well, on his lot, he has the original Nash from Route 66,
Okay.
the Ferrari from Ford versus Ferrari,
Okay.
and Barb sat in Matt Damon's Porsche.
Because Matt had sat in it before. I'm
Yeah, it
sure
was
Bob's
his-
got a
it
thing
was
about
Porsche
Matt.
in the movie.
Oh right,
Yeah,
right.
so-
Oh, actually in the movie as well. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Wow. So cool.
so if you want, now there's one car that he has right next to the Ferrari that Barb wouldn't let me buy, but maybe your wife will. It's a nice bright red $750,000 Lamborghini, and I forget what movie.
Okay. You know, I'd go for that art. It's just the color doesn't work for me. So and then maybe
Okay,
next time.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, the price
And that's a movie car, is it?
that's a movie car, but I honestly don't know what movie.
Wow.
But he's got it listed now for $1 million because it went up.
And that's what this fella does for a living.
Yes.
Good for him.
He's the nicest guy,
Yes.
and
And obviously he's got a passion for cars and everything else. But
oh yes, and really has fun with it. He enjoys it. It's not a buy and sell and make as much money as you can kind of thing. He's just a really nice guy. So, and that's why we're driving him.
you know, but this drive is something else, though, Art.
It
Like
does.
the feel is just so magnificent. I don't know what to say. Like this feels like a Mercedes. Like it's just everything that you'd expect to. Like even the way it carries the bumps.
Oh yes, it's,
Good God, she's lovely.
you look awfully good in it.
Yeah, you're right. Thinking, right?
It
Yeah.
really.
So if you're looking for a home to keep her in, then yeah.
That's becoming a problem.
When
Find
you
a
park
place
all
to
your
be-
cars,
yeah,
yes, I
yeah.
hear you.
That's the mirror.
Oh,
Mirrors.
really?
Yeah.
The driver and passenger side? Oh,
Yeah.
both. Got
Yeah,
it.
Yeah. Just that's
How about that?
passenger. You know, like the typical kind of.
Nice.
And that's the windows because
Yeah.
it's easier. Most Mercedes actually have them down here.
I like
the
that.
console. Yeah.
The whole phone thing. Look at that. Now, have you got this programmed for your phone or anything? Or is
No,
that
I
just the
haven't
way
yet,
it came?
but I could.
Okay.
And believe it or not, this car came with hands-free.
No way.
So this is hands-free.
This is top of the line.
It was top of the
30
line.
years ago,
96.
who would have thought of that?
Yep, absolutely.
My
And,
gosh. I think it's
It
fantastic
has
art.
a built-in roll bar, so when you don't have the hardtop on,
Yes, you feel secure and safe.
yeah, there's that's the roll bar, and it pops up.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but if you need to drive it in the winter with chains on,
No.
that
There's a
changes the
button?
traction and you know whatnot for chains.
Good God.
Trust me, it's not going to see the winter with chains on.
No. And that is a rear defroster
Yes. Yeah. It's
on the, not on this top though, is that?
Yeah.
Like, is it? Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
yeah.
Hold on. Here, let me swing this one.
It's,
Okay.
actually, the old 380s
They
also
have that
had
too?
electrical, and
I just love the look of this car. Everything about
and
it.
it
Just
doesn't
the
have an 8-track, but
Is
you know
that-
it's got a cassette.
cassette.
Yeah.
Wow. An all
But,
original. I don't know. Like I have the question I always ask people when I'm doing videos is that the original radio? And I don't know why I ask it. I just have this
It's just
thing
a
about
good
like is
question.
it part of the car the way it came from the shop? And,
And
this
that
one is. Yeah.
That is for sure. Yeah.
Original Mercedes-Benz. I love it.
And there's an amplifier in the trunk. That,
Cool. Well, you gotta have the sounds, don't you? Hey.
Oh yeah, it's very good. It's a little problem where they mounted it because if there's any water that ever gets in, it goes
Yeah.
right into the amplifier.
Okay, it's
like
kind
just a
of
bad-
strategically put in
bad
in a different
place,
position,
yeah.
but Wow. And none of that self-dimming rear view either. Like it's got the little flip control, like
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day.
yes.
I love that.
But,
So cool. And do you have lights in those visors?
oh yeah, well,
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
for-
Oh my God.
yeah.
It's a Mercedes after all. Right?
Good fun.
That's lovely.
And that's actually the convertible top.
Oh, the button there.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can actually, when you actually pull it backwards, then you push it unlocks it and lifts the top about
Right.
an inch, so you can get your
Yes,
fingers
just to
underneath
get
it.
in and lift it out.
And then you take it out and
Got it.
you store it somewhere, and then it's
Well, this is what you drive in the winter in California, right? The hardtop. So, wow. Beautiful.
when I
art.
got it, I'm sure the top had never been up. If it'd been up, it'd been 2 or 3 times.
Oh, that's nice. Ah, look at that. What are the chances?
Wow.
That's different. Okay.
The top was perfect. Like
Really?
the window, the plastic was
Yeah.
still soft plastic and never been replaced.
This is lovely art. Okay. Actually, these handles come in pretty handy, eh? As we get a little bit older to get in and out these.
The Yoshi bars.
Yes. What do I say, Art? I mean, she's just beautiful.
Well,
Where did you find this? Was that from your old Mercedes? You held on to that?
well, actually, that's from the Mercedes Club. I'm still in the
You're still an
Mercedes
active
Club.
member. Good
So
for you.
yeah, that was back from 1985.
Actually,
I
where
just
are they?
switched
Are
it.
they in Toronto, the Mercedes Club, or is that like a Canadian?
Oh, it's the Canadian Mercedes Club, but they're more Kitchener. That's where we end up going. to,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Beautiful.
Art, now I'm going to say thank you so
Oh,
much. This was an absolute pleasure. The fact you even allow me to drive your cars is just
course.
beyond me as to why you do this, but I appreciate it so much. But thank you. This
Cars
was a
are made to
pleasure.
be
This
driven,
is
and
beautiful.
It's only fun when you share it, and
Oh,
that's
so
the way the
true.
world works. And some of us are fortunate, so let somebody else have fun with it too.
You know, you're right, and I appreciate that. And you're bang on, though. No, thank
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Art.
Bye bye.